Go ahead, bro.
This your man, Big Mo, the wandering poet, down here with the have and the have-nots. Let my brothers and sisters know that we are still slaves. A slave to the money, a slave to the drugs, a slave to materialism. This is why we can't get above. A slave to the fact that most of my young brothers want to remain thugs. A slave to the fact that most of my young sisters have no self-love. Because you don't know your past, this is why you remain slaves. You don't understand anything about the lives that were gave. They say ignorance is bliss. Well, in our case, it's sick. Still wandering around aimlessly as master cracks his whip. Educate you about slavery? It's just another speech. Celebrate black holidays? We just want to eat. So pass the watermelon, the cornbread, and the black-eyed peas, please. I'll even dance for you. It'll put your mind at ease. A slave to HUD, a slave to Section 8, a slave to the project because we think ghetto fabulous is great. What's better than what we've got here? Let the government take care of it. They owe for reparations. So is that any reason for us not to get our education? The shackles have been removed from our feet and placed on our minds. And though some of us make it, too many of us are left behind. No more unity in our communities or helping one another. We separated ourselves with gang signs and colors, light skin, dark skin, red bone, and jigaboo. Now, which one of these spectrums do you belong to? Even on a collegiate level, we want to be black Greeks. Well, tell me, how many of those Negroes been to Greece and what language do they speak? Alpha, Phi, Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, Psi. Oh, you want to be a Q-dog? What's that, slave pride? Wake up and quit living that slave life, perpetrating a fraud, trying to be something that we're not. So please tell me, people, when will this madness stop? Confused about religion, confused about our name, confused about any goals we think we want to obtain. Some brothers claim that they are Christians, but they're still in the game. Others claim that they're Muslims, but you're still in the game. Well, if you found God, slave, how has your life changed? And you still running around here doing the same game things. How do you worship Jesus or Allah and you still following man? Now, how many of us have fell victim to this slave plan? Free yourselves, slaves. This is what our history is about. Free yourselves, slaves, and let the real you come out. Free your thoughts, slaves. Our history is no mystery. Crack a book and take a look. Your foundation might be shook. To know that we are kings and queens and had dominion over all things, and now we living like this? Wake up and realize what you missed. A slave to our own ignorance. A slave to our own faults. A slave because we believe that Mr. Charlie is still the boss. Why celebrate black holidays and we're still in slave conditions? House Negroes and field Negroes still play in slave positions. Tell me, slave, if you leave the plantation, what are your intentions? Or are you just setting yourselves up for a return slave expedition? I think you must be content with the life you live here. We won't stand up for anything. That's the slave fear. I know our ancestors must be turning over in their graves because in the 21st century, we are still a bunch of slaves.
Big Mo. Grown folk rap.
Columbus, GA, baby.